talk, 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 talk. Talk, talk, talk.
Order!
Talk, talk, talk.
Where's my glasses?
Talk, 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 talk.
I said order! Now listen, folks. Today, George Milton is being put on trial for the murder of Lennie Small. Let's start with the defense. State your case. Sherilyn! Well, Charlie, it's Judge Mosby to you. Our client here has been falsely accused of the murder of Lennie Small. The passing of Lennie Small was merely an act of kindness on George's behalf. Lennie was a danger to himself and to others, and had he been permitted to live, he would have committed additional murders to the ones already under his belt. Objection! Lennie was a kind soul and he wouldn't hurt a fly. Dismissed. Carry on. Lennie had been killing animals for years before the incident that led up to his passing on July 8th. Lennie not only ended an innocent puppy's life, but also committed the cold-blooded murder of Curly's wife, Lucinda. After this horrific offense, Lennie Small attempted to flee the scene. Longtime friend and loyal companion, George went after his friend to get his side of the story. But unfortunately, George had feared he already knew the truth. George had known Lennie for almost all his life and had witnessed firsthand some of the brutal ending of lives of Lennie's unfortunate pets. George, being a loyal friend, he is attempted to keep the burdensome companion out of trouble, but was unable to foresee the exact circumstances of Lennie's downfall. A woman. Lennie had lady troubles before, and that was the reason for Lennie and George to be ran out of weed. Now, Lennie had been causing problems for George since the beginning, yet George stayed by his side, never abandoning him. When the time came that Lennie committed the murder, George was obviously devastated, but with ever more danger approaching for Lennie in the form of an angry, newly widowed husband, the path of true mercy was to let Lennie down gently. In Lennie's final moments, George recounts to him their dreams and hopes for the future, which have always caused Lennie peace. And when Lennie was in his happiest moment, George sent him to eternal peace, and so it was therefore an act of kindness and not of murder. All right, young lady, is that all for your defense? That's all for now. Okay. Now, young lady, why should George Milton be found guilty?
First of all, I don't know who was spreading that nasty rumor that I passed away, but I clearly just decided to go back to school and get my lawyer's degree. Like, I told Lennie I was going. She must have forgotten or something. Anyways, now I know for a fact that Lennie would never intentionally cause someone harm. For goodness sakes, he would start crying whenever anyone would even try to talk him into a fight. Like, geez, people. Lennie had always been just like a child. No child genuinely wants violence. They just want the attention from it. The power. Lennie wasn't ever after power, though. And he got all the attention that he needed. So, I was very caring. So caring. You don't even know. Now, I know Lennie might not have been able to make the right decisions, like, 24/7, but I mean, who can? Like, are you perfect? I think not. Lennie might not have been able to make them. I mean, like, but he wouldn't have hurt anyone on purpose, and therefore his murder was completely unnecessary, and George should be presented as guilty.
Sorry, excuse me.
Defense, you may call your first witness to the stand. Thanks, honey. I'd like to call Curly to the stand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Curly, if you please, your thoughts on Lennie?
Lennie, that no-good son of a gun. He's the one that threatened my workers, killed an innocent little puppy, and outright murdered my wife. That lowlife is lucky I didn't get to him before that fellow over there interfered, or else I would've.
Sir, calm yourself.
I'm sorry, mister. It's been so hard. Excuse me. My wife and I were very much in love. She was the most precious thing in the world to me. It was so frustrating that we only got to spend a few short months that I will always treasure, before she was taken from this earth by that nasty, good-for-nothing, ignorant little pig, Lennie, who couldn't even have the common sense not to snap a human neck and end her beautiful, meaningful, but too short life.
One last question, dollface. What do you think should happen, George?
He shouldn't be punished for ending his friend's life mercifully. He should be punished for interfering with my business. Why?
That'll be all. Thanks, darling. All right, Clara. Anything to add?
My first witness is Candy. Candy, would you please come to the stand?
Candy, do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do.
Candy, I'd like for you to tell us all what happened to my dear, sweet Lennie.
I never nobly hurt anybody. I was walking around the farm while the others were out hunting him. You know, I'm not good at that kind of thing. And all of a sudden I hear a gunshot. And I know that they had gotten to Lennie. I would have never expected to be George. But when all the men got back and I heard him talking, and Lennie was already dead when they got there, George supposedly shot him out of self-defense. But I think that's a blatant lie. I know Lennie would have never hurt George. When Crooks was just supposing that George didn't come back, Lennie got so defensive like you wouldn't even believe. I know for a fact that Lennie would have never hurt George, intentional or not, and that's where the story seems kind of fishy to me.
That will be all, Your Honor.
Well, we've heard some good points here, but now it's up to the jury.
We, as the jury, find this man
To be continued.